Good day, everyone. I am Gerald G. Valdevesa, reporting to the ongoing risk of HIV and AIDS and the persistent threat to the global health. HIV and AIDS remains one of the most pressing health issues across the globe. Despite advances in treatment and prevention, the fight against HIV and AIDS is far from over. Since the beginning of the epidemic, 91.4 million people have been infected with the HIV virus, and about 44.1 million people have died from HIV-related causes. At the end of the year 2024, an estimated 40.8 million people were living with HIV worldwide. That same year, about 1.3 million people become newly infected, and roughly 630,000 people died of AIDS-related illnesses. This figure reflects the progress of recent decades, but also the very real gaps that remain in prevention, testing, and treatment. The history of HIV and AIDS traces back to the early 1980s, with the first clinical evidence reported in June 1981 in the United States. The disease, later known as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome or AIDS, was caused by the human immunodeficiency virus or HIV identified in 1983. This deadly immunodeficiency led to a massive global loss of life. HIV is primarily transmitted through unprotected sex, sharing contaminated needles, and from mother to child during breastfeeding.
The medicine, the tools, and the resolve to end HIV had made great progress for HIV treatment. Antiretroviral has saved millions of lives. In 2024, about 3.16 million people were accessing antiretroviral treatment, a major achievement that transformed HIV into a manageable condition for many. Yet, that still leaves millions without consistent access to life-saving medicines, treatment coverage, and viral suppression region and population groups. So why do new infections persist? Experts point three main causes. 1. Gaps in prevention services, including uniform access to pre-exposure, profile access, and condoms. Reductions on instability in funding for HIV programs, and social barriers such as stigma, discrimination, and legal obstacles that block people from testing and care. UNAIDS warned that recent funding cuts have already put services at risk and could reverse hard-won gains if not addressed. According to the World Health Organization, African region is the most severely affected, with nearly in every 30 adults 3.1% living with HIV, accounting for over 2/3 of global causes. Eastern and Southern Africa are the most affected, with millions relying on treatment programs. Asia Pacific also sees a substantial share of new infections, while Eastern Europe and Central Asia experience rising infections among key populations, including people with inject drugs.
The science and numbers make the choice clear. Ending AIDS as a public health threat by the year 2030 is still possible, but it will require urgent political will, predictable financing, and focused action on prevention and human rights.